care, I did it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in my pocket, and because I need to talk. I most definitely need to talk right now. Okay. Let me just get out of the vicinity of where I'm at. So, I made a super fire realization. Super fire. I was studying, how can I don't even know where to begin with this, right? So I made other videos on how supercell itself is not a disease, but it's a super gene. And it's actually very, very misunderstood. And I have finally fucking understood it, right? I finally understand it, whatever. I don't care about this English shit. So, what was I saying? Oh, keep going. All right. Right? So it's a super gene. It's not a fucking disease. We just really misunderstand it. I've been calling supercell since I was a child. Because they was like, oh yeah, sickle cell comes from malaria. And it was like, that's how y'all gene, they bullshit. That is not, even if that's partially true, it's not 100% of the truth. And that has to be understood. It's genuinely not 100% of the truth, right? Because when you start to understand what it actually is, you start to realize, oh, this is a genetic trait that basically makes you a Super Saiyan. That's basically what the fuck it is. But if you don't know this, then reality basically will eat your ass up, because modern society is not on the vibrational level that we need it to be to actually support us. So I finally have figured this shit out, right? I always called it supercell as a kid. The second they said malaria to me, I was like, this shit don't make no sense. I was like, this shit, not even that it don't make no sense, right? So we have like auras and energy and things and certain things. So when someone tells you something that's not, when someone tells you something that's not 100% true, it's gonna line up, like you gonna feel that, right? If you in tune with your intuition, this, that, and the other. You could also feel the congruency level. All right, so basically the best way I could explain it, have you ever seen Avengers, what's the last one? Infinity, whatever that shit is when Iron Man go back in time, and they all go back in time. When you look at how Iron Man gives the equation to that little AI shit he using, that's like, it looked like an infinity sign, and it's trying to figure out the equation, but you keep seeing that it's not getting to 100. That's what I mean by congruent. Congruent means 100%. You got two triangles, they're exactly the same size. You don't have a triangle that's half the size of the other triangle, that'd be 50%, right? So it's happening, let me, right? So when someone says some bullshit, your body and energy can pick this up, but you have to be consciously aware of it. Sometimes it'll kick in its own. You ever go somewhere and you get this gut feeling like, what the fuck is this? And you get that feeling like, maybe I shouldn't be here. Sometimes it pops up through that way, right? It's different ways to do it. So since a child, I always was like, I don't like the term sickle cell. Like, it never resonated with me. I'm a very, very intuitive person. I was like, yo, this shit don't resonate with me, bro. I didn't have these terms, but I just didn't understand. It just was a feeling I didn't understand. When I was a kid, I also put myself into my own outer body experience. I literally was questioning reality, and I felt myself go outside of myself, and I played with it. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. I still remember the day and where I was at. So, going back, right? So I've been calling this shit supercell since I was a kid. I always wanted to, like, I'm not gonna hold you, I wanted to, like, do something with that term supercell, and my intuition kept saying no. Boy, I was hot when the movie came out. I was like happy and mad at the same time, and I was like, what the fuck? Because I wanted, bro, I probably have drawings of me just saying supercell, and my intuition always say no. So you know what I did? I realized, you know what, that wasn't for me to do. What's important is that now people that do have supercell have something positive to say. That's how I look at it. That's how I have to look at it. right? So, supercell, right? Let me. Sometimes I be rambling. I be getting all over the place. So, supercell, right? It's a genetic trait that they say, oh, malaria, that's bullshit. Supercell is a super gene that allows us. I'm wondering how much of this I can say. It's like it does resonate for me to say, but it doesn't. I've said it in other videos, I said in the Supercell video, I'm very much guided by the earth, right? I have tuned in to where I can receive guidance from the earth, from the universe, whatever. And it has shown me these things, and it proved these things to me. And I was like, oh shit, right? So basically going back, I think they just basically want me to say like what it is, not necessarily talk about how it works. Okay, so let me go back. I actually don't want to go through this pond right now, but apparently we're going through the pond. Right, so supercell, super gene, it's not what we think it is. What else was I saying? I always used to say this. I used to say this to my family all the time, and I had no reason to understand this, right? That's a gift. It's called, I think it's called clairsentient or clairvoyant, where you just know shit and you can't explain it. I used to say, I think supercell is a superpower. I used to tell them this all the time. In the middle of my attacks, in the middle of crises, I used to tell them, like, it's a superpower. Like, I can't explain it to you. I don't know how to tell you why or what it is, but I know it's a superpower. And when I got into my intuition, I used to be like, all right, well, it's magical power, nigga. How the fuck do we heal supercell? It was like, you don't heal it. It was like, you're not going to heal it. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean I'm not going to heal it? Like, what the fuck is the point of the superpower if I'm not going to heal it? And my intuition basically, this story is all over the place, but I don't give a fuck. I'm wording it how I'm wording. My intuition basically turned on in a way where I could talk to it and I could ask it questions, right? And so what happened with this is I basically had to sit here and because of where I was at, what energy level I was on, I would just ask it hella questions. So I was like, is it me that heals supercell or is it someone else? Like, I was trying to figure that out. And I remember getting to the realization that, hold on, I'm not supposed to heal supercell. I remember getting to that realization, like, wait, maybe I'm not supposed to heal it, and supercell's not what I think it is, all of that type of shit, right? So I realized this, how I'm trying to, there's a lot to word. I'm out here on a fucking dirt bike in the wilderness, like, you know what I'm saying? But, what was I saying? Wilderness, right? Supercell is a super gene. I talked about it in that video. And now let me just go into the realization I made, because I am very much all over the place. And because it's hard for me to focus and write this shit at the same time. What was the other thing that I was saying? Okay, so yesterday I had the realization of, what the fuck? Oh, okay, that's the point I was gonna make. I used to always want to say supercell, and it never resonated, right? It would resonate to the point where I could draw it, but it didn't resonate to the point where I could actually do anything with it in the real world. And so I realized, okay, maybe because, damn, I can't go into that either, what the fuck? My intuition is like, no. So go back to thalassemia. I basically made the realization and understanding because I studied all this shit, right? I studied supercell. They didn't clarify or get me to a point where I could be a 5-year-old understanding that supercell and thalassemia are actually two different quote-unquote conditions that are affecting the same area similarly but differently, right? So then I made the realization, holy shit, that's basically you have two superpowered genetic genes, whatever, DNA things, right? And that's when I realized, okay, I need to go study thalassemia, because growing up, I always just knew supercell. I didn't really understand thalassemia, bro. They were saying supercell, beta, thalassemia, play that confusing ass bullshit. Like, nothing should be confusing like this. It should be so a 5-year-old could understand it, right? But they did it like this on purpose because it was meant for us to be confused. People have to understand that. And I ain't going into this whole woke shit and people been doing this, because I ain't gonna hold you. People have been doing this to us, but whatever. I don't want to go into all that. So, oh my God, I have to watch that with her. right? So, what was the other thing? I see now. I get it. I'm having a lot of downloads and realizations at one time. Okay, so where was I at? I said yesterday, I need to study thalassemia. I need to figure out where the fuck did they get this word from, right? Because you understand, they call it supercell, you know, the other word. I'm not saying it because I've said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. These words are spells. When we understand that we have power and intention with the universe, and whatever intention and energy and focus that you're throwing out, the universe basically amplifies that shit. Stop saying what that original term that they gave us was. We need to take that shit back. That's what I wanted to do with supercell. I'll get into that into another video of why I actually don't go into saying supercell. Hold on, let me focus. My baby gonna get me up this hill. You know, I didn't name my electric bike. It'd be so clutch if my shit was still recording. Nigga, I'm in here. My hair looks crazy. Ooh, hold on. Maybe not so much. Hold on. Right? What the fuck was I saying? Supercell, thalassemia. I don't know where I was at, but I was like, I need to look up this thalassemia shit. Like, what the fuck does thalassemia mean? Right? We understand supercell, they call it the other word because it actually looks like that. Right? Which is crazy because they could have just called it crescent cells. They could have called it something positive. They could have said crescent cells. The same way morning and waking up is a fucking spell. Morning means death, and waking is what you go to when niggas die and all that type of bullshit. Right? So they're programs. I don't say those words. People say good M to me. I probably don't respond because your energy's off. Right? But I would say rising. Like I rose today. And I ain't even on the grand rising conscious wokeness shit. It just, these words have vibrations to them. And whatever words you choose are going to be the vibrations you invite into your reality. Right? So they could have called it crescent cell. It looked like the moon. That's another thing, bro. We have a power that allows us to tap into the energy of the moon way stronger than everyone else. Right? I don't, maybe I do need to go into my little conscious woke thing. Right? So, what the fuck was I saying? Right? So I'm like, what the fuck does thalassemia mean? Like, what the fuck does that shit mean? Where does that word come from? So I looked it up, ChatGPT, right? So I looked it up and it said it means sea and blood. I was like, oh, I'm on it. I'm on you bitches now. I was like, I'm on it. I just figured this shit out. This shit just made all sense to me. I already knew, right? Because that's what nature showed me. I have other videos saying like, yo, the ocean was calling me. The ocean was calling me. I already knew that something with supercell is very related to water and the moon. It's a superpower. Can I speak on this? It's a superpower. The best way, the most resonating way I can explain it right now that nature will allow me to is if you've ever watched Atlantis, not Atlantis, Atlantis is what the shit is based on, right? I wouldn't be surprised if America was Atlantis, but whatever. Let me not go too deep into that. Once you start talking that shit, you don't have real enough proof. So, what was I saying? If you watch the movie Aquaman, right, you gotta understand all these movies are just hidden truths. That's all these movies are. They're hidden truths that are all. So the second Aquaman, when his brother, he goes to rescue his brother, that nigga in that dry ass desert. That's supercell niggas, right? That's what supercell niggas are like. We can't be in dry ass areas that don't have water and all type of shit because it fucks up the body. Right? When I say I moved down south, you can feel the humidity in the air and the body's pores and body in general is absorbing this shit constantly. Right? That's why I haven't had an attack in 3 fucking years. Right? So I realized this, all of this shit is connected with like blood, water, the moon, the ocean, all of this shit is connected. Hold on, let me get off this shit because I'm wilding like there's room for this in this cars and shit. Right? So what was I saying? Right, so I'm like, what the fuck does thalassemia mean? Thala means, I think it said thala means sea, and whatchamacallit means blood. And there's people say, oh, you know what? Let me not even go to that energy. I'll come back to it if anything, or it'll just go away. But I made the realization. I'm like, well, if supercell is a fucking genetic superpower, what the fuck are the odds that thalassemia is the same thing? It must be the same thing, right? I'm like, it's the same thing. So I started looking into the origin of thalassemia. The origin of thalassemia is the same exact origin of supercell. Why are we not told this? Why are we not taught this? That's one of, like, right? Because it's meant to be confusing. I'm loud as hell on this trail. I need to chill. It's meant to be confusing. It's meant to be very, very confusing so that no one ever pieces it together. It's the same thing with Dr. Sebi figuring out that cancer is not this normal thing. Like, cancer is just literally the fact that you have too much inflammation in the body. You're not eating right. You're not taking care of the body. Blah, 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 right? I ain't going down that whole shit. But what I understood was, if supercell and thalassemia have the same origins, mind you, some of this I'm actually realizing in real time as I speak. It just keeps my, oh, that nigga scared the fuck out of me. It's the same thing as, damn, what was I saying? If they have the same origin, they must be the same thing or similar, right? It's the same thing where most black people look the same, but black people in this area are gonna look a little bit different than the black people in this area. But in general, all black people look the same to some degree. Some of our features may be different. We just got like forever features that we could just change our shit all the time, right? So basically with this, I made the realization, well, if supercell's a superpower, then thalassemia is a superpower. It's the same thing. Now, if you have both, you have a superpower, right? Now, people who have full blown, I think that means, I don't know how to really, I haven't studied enough of this, but I'm putting this out here because, one, I want to change our perspectives on this. We need to stop calling this shit, thalassemia is fine, right? Thalassemia, I don't know the origin or vibration of that word, but the fucking supercell, look at the first 4 letters of what they told us. The first 4 letters, why would anyone call this, right? Because they want you to keep programming that into your reality. This is why I like the thing of supercell. I like the fact, saying supercell is very better. It's a lot better. The only thing, yes, you could drop that right now. The only thing about supercells is a pendulum swing, and I don't think it's as, how can I word this? I don't think it's as, how the fuck can I word this? I don't think it's as deep enough. One, with spirituality, you gotta understand some things are pendulum swings. So for example, I grew up being very not fond of my father. So I always say, I'm never gonna be like this motherfucker. But as I got older, I realized, oh shit, he was fucking programmed. And what happens when you say, oh, I'm not gonna be like that thing, all this does energetically is attach you to it, right? Because it's not about not being that thing or being that thing. It's about being yourself. You have to find neutrality in everything you do, right? That's the code. Going within, finding neutrality, finding tranquility, all of that good stuff, right? This is just a lot. It's just, what is that? Is that a worm? This is just spirituality mixed with all this and the other, right? But going back to, what was I saying? Was it supercell or was it thalassemia? Right, the point is, it's something with water and something with blood. Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna go to. If you ever watched Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, these things are not just made up fucking shows. They're shows based on information at a time. Oh, okay, I see. They're shows based on information at a time where we all lived in unison with the planet and each other, right? That's why everyone loves these shows, because on a subconscious level, there's deep ass truths in them. They're not bullshit. And what's happening right now is we're in the age of Aquarius, so a lot of this information is actually coming out. And you can find a bunch of people on the internet right now that's also talking about similar things. Now, the only thing I haven't seen is I haven't seen enough people that talk about supercell and thalassemia because it's not a big number of people. It's not a big number of people that have thalassemia. It's not a big number of people that have supercell, so you don't really hear about it. Nigga, went on Reddit, it's max 3,000 people in both fucking communities. Like, that's insane. But if you go to some fucking, no disrespect to them, but if you go into some fucking gay community, it's probably hundreds of thousands of millions. Now, what I bring that up is they're making, they're pushing their, let's just use agenda for that. They're pushing their agenda forward, and it's working because there's so many of them and they're all on the same page. You see what I'm getting at? Is that a cauliflower? Now, if we get enough of these niggas, but I don't know how that would work. So let me go back, right? So shit is all over the place. Thalassemia, supercell, they're the same thing. Now, how much of this can I talk about? Here's the thing with both of these conditions. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think there's any level of modern medicine that is going to regulate this shit. You have to understand, this shit is not to be healed. Okay, that's what I'll say with Naruto. In Naruto, in the different little clans of the village, right? So you had the Leaf Village, you had the Hokage, which was the most powerful person in the village, and that person was like the chief of the village, basically. You had a bunch of different clans where basically you had a bunch of different family trees, and each family tree had like different genetic powers that that was their ability. They were all ninjas, and they were all trained high level as children to grow up and be able to protect the village, rescue people, whatever the fuck they gotta do. Now, these different clans had different powers. That is what supercell and thalassemia is. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's a superpower. Now, the problem with it is the specific of that superpower is basically like if you took Jean Grey or if you took Charles Xavier and never told them that, oh, damn, fast flying ass bug, right? If you never told them that what they had was superpowers, they'd be in fucking psych wards and crazy. That's what it would be. They'd be in psych wards and they would be fucking crazy. Hearing everyone's voices, going crazy, they would think they were insane. But if they ever got the awareness to be, oh shit, this is a fucking superpower, your reality changes. Everything changes, because then the universe starts to support you. The universe starts to show you, oh, you become open to what the universe is showing. Right? A good movie to watch to understand a lot of this is if you watch the trilogy Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. That's a good way to understand some of that, right? All of them thought they were fucking. This is spoilers, by the way, so I'm giving you 10 seconds to turn this bitch off before I spoil it. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. All of them are basically broken ass people who they realize in being broken that they end up being like superheroes. Well, they're not superheroes for real. They're kind of super villains, but their super is the point. All that matters now is what do you choose to do with it, right? They realize through being broken that, okay, it's certain things that certain people are trying to keep from people knowing because it'll change your reality, right? I'm gonna let you know now, the closest person to a lot of this shit is Glass, right? His bones and shit or whatever. Split with the multiple personality disorders because he couldn't handle that trauma. So he created a bunch of personalities that could handle each different little piece of this trauma. The part of him that was scared, the part of him that was brave, the part of him that was, you know what I'm saying? So it turned into a spectrum. But in that spectrum, he realized, hold the fuck on, I could withhold 7 different personalities. What else can I do with reality? He had a personality that was strong as shit and was able to fucking morph the strength of his body. Like, right, you start to question that. Oh shit. Glass started to realize he was a super genius. He could think on a level that was so ridiculous that no human could do the same thing, right? This is why I'm so happy I bought this bike, bro. So happy I bought this bike. I just go back there and talk shit, right? But supercell and thalassemia are the same fucking thing. Now, why they decided to hide, I think it feels like they decided to hide supercell more than thalassemia, but whatever. A lot of this information is coming out. I am listening to my guidance. I'm listening to the earth, to the ocean, because they have showed me this, right? And they want me to talk about it, so that's what I'm doing. I will let you know now, there's probably nothing modern that is going to fucking regulate this shit. I'm just gonna let you know that now. You would need to be in a super environment, which to me is places like down south, Florida, Cali, places that are hot and near the ocean, or big ass bodies of water is where you basically need to be. That's why you have to go deeper into it, right? Why were we even near the sea, right? It's not just this negative bullshit that they labeled it as. It's not. Our people were near the sea for a fucking reason. Our ancestors were near the sea for a reason. When you start being able to tap into your genetic code and your DNA through meditation, through dreams, through being in nature, through opening up certain things in your body or whatever, it will show you this. It will support this. It will show you, okay, this is nonsense and this is nonsense and that's nonsense. And you start to look at things very differently because you have to understand all of the information that your ancestors carried are quite actually in your DNA. It's in your DNA. So when you start being able to go into your DNA, people can't lie to you. People can't say bullshit. You start to realize, oh, these books don't mean shit. Now, there are books out here that go very deeply into things, but you do start to, I guess, you do start to realize that like, let me get out of the way, that a lot of this stuff is nonsense. A lot of it. A lot of this everyday things is distractions. That's why it's made this. It's why it's designed like that. It's designed like that on purpose. Oh, we're gonna call it thalassemia beta, blah 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 blah. It's designed so that you don't ever go deeper into it. That's what. All right, let me move this bike. Actually, that's what it's designed for. They design it like that. It's not by accident. It's not this, that, and the other. And if you really want to go deeper, which I'm just gonna touch on this and run, now you start questioning. So why are they taking our blood so much? Right? When you start looking at this differently, you're like, oh, right. But I don't want to get too deep into that because that's a understanding of things that I don't want to go into right now. Them niggas is imagine you have thousands of people and you collecting blood samples. Put all that blood in one little bowl, nigga. What the fuck? Then you start realizing, oh, hold on. These, you know what? All right, my intuition's saying don't even go there, so I'm gonna let it be. All right. Shouts out to Bro God, because I understand a lot of this because of the certain things that he said. So, right? So with that, understanding supercell and thalassemia, they're super traits, bro. Now I explained this in the supercell video, but I'll explain it again. They're super traits. What's happening is, imagine if you had the ability to heal everyone around you, right? Imagine you had that ability, but in that ability, you're technically taking on their sicknesses, right? Whether it's mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. You have to understand all these things they're physically tangible to a degree. If you stress too much mentally, it will manifest physically. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're around a bunch of people who are sick while also being in a society that's not vibrationally high enough to meet your needs, what happens is you get stuck on a frequency of being what we've known it to be as. But what happens when you change that? What happens when you change that is we start becoming like Namor. We start becoming these damn near super gods that we like the Saiyans of the earth, dog. That's what that shit is. I'm starting to, I have a hunch that people that have supercell and people that have thalassemia, whether you have both or one or the other, I'm starting to feel like we're light workers. Like we're the light workers of the Bible. Like I feel like that is a part of it. That's why it's like thousands of us, right? They talk about that 144,000, but I don't want to go into all that. What I'm here to say is that thalassemia is the same thing. The problem is you have to regulate that shit. But the problem with regulating it is, keep going. The problem with regulating it is you need a good amount of money, and you have to go, bro. This is why I keep saying, like, I understand it spiritually. There's a lot of things you need to do. You need to get the fuck away from your family. You need to fast, and that can go down a deep rabbit hole because I've learned with a lot of spiritual stuff, you got a bunch of motherfuckers experiencing different things, right? Because everyone's different. That's why you go into Avatar: Last Airbender, you got airbenders, you got waterbenders, you got earthbenders, you have motherfuckers who can't bend shit, right? Like you have a bunch of different archetypes. And all they did was just break this down simple enough to be in a children's show, right? So what I mean by that is, Aang is like, oh, so there's 3 gens. It's oh shit. It's when you attack, it's when you defend, it's when you do nothing. And then Bumi's like, well, there's really like 86, right? They're just making very complex and deep going things as simple as possible to understand. Sometimes you may think, oh, I need to fast, I need to not eat. No, bitch, you just need to get away from motherfuckers that's not good for your health. That's fasting. Get off the PlayStation. Get off the TV. Get off the phone. The phone's actually fucking up our nervous system. Bro, all this shit is like, bro, it goes very deep. This is why I say, start studying spirituality, start studying some of these conscious niggas. You don't have to take everything, right? You don't have to go too deep into it. I'm not gonna hold you. A lot of that shit will make you crazy if you don't have the resources to support yourself, or if you don't have nobody to go to, it can make you crazy. So like, just find what resonates with you. So the best thing I found is just get in nature. Get in nature. All these trees, these plants, the grass, this shit is sentient. It's like it's alive. Let's get in nature. The planet. Watch Avatar the Blue Niggas. The planet is alive. And the planet chooses certain people to do certain things. Everyone has a role and a purpose and this, that, and the other. Bro, it's fire. But at the same time, it's like, again, they basically taught us that something we had, right? They gave us the perception on it. They control the state of vibration of reality, right? When you really think about it, they design the roads, they design the houses, they design the buildings, the AC, the car, everyone working minimum wage, so you're stuck in survival mode. You can't focus on your gifts and abilities and all type of shit. It's designed like this on purpose. Now, the difference is now with us being in the age of Aquarius, everybody's waking up. It ain't just some of us, like we going to, oh, this chosen nigga, it's everybody about to wake up. No information is going to be hidden. You ain't going to be able to stay asleep. It's not going, I don't think it's going to be possible. You're going to have different levels on. You're going to have niggas that's going to probably be on some high supreme shit, but it's going to be like just different. So what I'm saying is if you have supercell, you have thalassemia, you need to start changing your perception of yourself. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, just because there's perception change that you just going to magically, no, it does not work that way. Your perception is going to change. That's a big part of it. I had to experience and pick up a lot of gifts, and I don't want to say pick up, but activate a lot of gifts and different things and understandings to even get to this level of understanding this, so I can confidently say I know what I'm talking about, right? I went through a lot of things, bro. My awakening was like, if you ever watched The Flash, there's an episode where Barry has to go into the Time Force for whatever fucking reason because he has to take someone's place. And when Barry spends so much time in the Time Force, when he gets out, he comes out batshit fucking crazy, saying shit in languages that no one knows what you're fucking talking about. This genius, Cisco, he figures out what it is, and he's like, this house is bitchin'. And everyone's looking like, what the fuck? Like, that can't be right, right? Barry's losing his shit. He's writing languages and shit. He's literally having episodes of time and memory. Like, his shit was broken because the Speed Force, like the universe, it don't really operate on time, right? Like, it can go in time, it can go out of time, da-da-da-da. Interstellar is a good movie to watch to understand that. But that's basically what happened to me. I have people who can actually say, yeah, he actually did have this fucking kind of experience, right? So I had to basically put my fucking mind back together, which was fucking insane, but I fucking did it, right? A lot of this shit is nonsense, bro. A lot of it, right? So just to go back into Barry, the next season, his daughter, who comes from the future, the first thing she says to them, this house is bitchin'. Which shows you Barry was not fucking crazy, but Barry tapped into some fucking ancient supreme force, dialect, understanding, time broken barrier bullshit, and it didn't allow him to operate in society anymore. Which goes back into what I'm saying. We clearly have societies that operated to our highest degree. Atlantis, the pyramids, right? You start looking at the shit, you start seeing, oh, okay, black people, not this, that, and the other. Oh, black people on some other, oh, hold on, right? You start looking at it differently. Your perception changes. That's what we're in the middle of. Black people starting to realize, oh, we not all this, that, and the other. They told us, da-da-da-da-da, right? So, yeah, man, like, it's fire. But going back, again, what is this? Like, is this my energy or is this something else? This is not my energy. I fucking know it. So do I let this rock or... Yes, let it rock. Alright. So again, thalassemia is a superpower. It's the same, it's a very similar power to supercell. They're not diseases. They're superpowers where we're basically living in a modern society. Not a modern society, whatever. The society we're living in does not have the means. Actually, it does have the means and resources. They're just choosing not to. They're doing dumb shit. Right? Saying that, oh, they're spending millions on war and our healthcare is trash. Oh, this shit is designed to be this way. It's designed to be like this. But I'm going to leave that alone for now. Just know, same thing as supercell, thalassemia is a superpower. And I think it goes deeper than even the cells, but that's for another time and day. It's very much like Naruto. there are clans that have certain specific gifts. That's why they keep saying, oh, the people at the Mediterranean and the Middle East and, you know, the Nile River and all these places and a lot. I don't even believe some of that shit. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't trust half the shit that they say to us, bro. Because you know why? Here's how I'm gonna break this down, right? You ready? Nigga, the Aztecs and the Mayans, one of these, if not both, are also labeled to have supercell. They're also labeled, right? You can look that up. It is shown now, like, they also have supercell. So then you start looking at Namor, and you're like, oh, they're showing even more truth through the fucking screen. But I don't trust a lot of that shit. So it's just a lot of truth just hidden and mixed the fuck up. So that it's more difficult for you to look at it and be like, okay, this is this, or this is that. Like, you're just getting pieces and pieces. Whereas, if it were just one true image, it'd be absolute. You see what I'm saying? That type of shit. So, I am going to take this time. Okay, no? All right, that's what you said, though. So, yeah, man, that's what a lot of that shit is a superpower. The thing that blows me a little, I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know how to absolutely, I don't want to say cure you. You don't cure you. You're fucking regulating your superpower. Imagine if Jean Grey's superpower wasn't regulated. She would destroy the fucking earth. Imagine if Franklin Richards' power wasn't fucking regulated. They do it in the comics, bro. Yo, this is the shit I'm talking about, right? So I have videos up here, like, I think I labeled them as spirituality, where I talk about how the ocean was showing me hella shit. The ocean had me watch Aquaman. That's how I was able to bring that up and understood that. It had me watch that. I don't even think I finished the movie. It just wanted me to see that specific scene, and then I was done, right? Let me think. What the fuck was I about to go into? What was I about to go into? I was going into that there was another part, but I'm trying to remember what it was. Right? There's another part. Thalassemia being a superpower. Sea, blood, I said that. Water, the ocean, the moon, energy, all of this shit. Oh! I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know how to absolutely regulate your shit. I've come to that realization. That's basically something I've been trying to figure out for a few years now. How the fuck do you regulate this shit? Regulate this shit means if I know it's a superpower, if I know we're actually meant to do more and we have a bigger purpose, like I need you to understand. You need to start going to the creator of the universe, right? Whoever created this fucking thing that we live in, the earth, the ocean, and start going to your higher self, nigga. Start meditating and start asking, why the fuck do I have this shit? You have to start looking for purpose in things, because when you start, here's a cheat code, right? There's 2 cheat codes I found. One is anything negative in your life, look for the purpose of it. Because once you find the purpose of anything in your life, that's how you shift it. Once you find the purpose, you start to see the positive in it. Once you see the positive in it, you start to shift it. And then once you get to a certain point, it'll have played its purpose. And a lot of times, it's just acknowledging that shit. And then changing, and then, okay, this was meant to teach me this. Okay, so I'm going to change this about myself. That's how you find a positive anything. That's one. And then the other one is that dog on a leash? That dog is not on a leash, right? So the other thing is, it's saying eternal. Right? Understanding that if you have a soul, you have consciousness, higher universe, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that means there's an aspect or a part of, oh, my bad. You good? There's an aspect or there's a part of you that has the map and blueprint to be successful or do whatever the fuck you want in life. Know that. You could be your highest self. You could be amazing, high energy, whatever you want to be in your life, right? And a lot of us have purpose and roles that we need to be specific things. So anything else you're gonna chase is gonna make your fucking life feel stupid if you doing something outside of your purpose. Right? So that's what a lot of that is. So what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know how to heal your shit, like or balance your shit. I'm not gonna sit here and say that. Am I learning it? Is the earth showing me that shit? Absolutely. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, all right, bro, I figured it out. Like, no. Am I in the process? Yeah. Absolutely. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be very hesitant to say that because I would rather just finish what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, doing what I'm doing and the purpose, like it comes with a level of protection that, you know what I'm saying? It won't matter. That's something I also learned. There's a reason for me doing this because no one else is fucking saying it or doing it. A lot of people in spirituality understand that things that you're learning or doing, that you need to shut your motherfucking ass up and don't say shit to nobody because their energy can fucking affect it, right? So, I think the difference though, right? The difference with Supercell is like some paradoxical thing. It just allows us to, oh damn, I'll get out the way. So it's like some paradoxical thing, right? That allows us to break reality. This is something I've been learning. It's like being Franklin Richards. The universe, I'm surprised I could talk about this. The universe has basically been telling me I'm like Franklin Richards. Do you know how powerful Franklin Richards is? This nigga could end the entire thing, right? The universe shows me two things. Basically, I'm surprised I can talk about this out loud. I've been not able to speak on it. It basically was like you're like a mix of Franklin Richards and Jean Grey. Do you know how OP that is? So that is going to show me, okay, that's basically why they labeled sickle cell, supercell, thalassemia. They labeled it as these fucking awful ass diseases, and they're actually not. They're not awful fucking diseases. They're actually the fucking opposite. They're like omega level superpowers. Nigga, you think I'm joking? I'm not. I kid you not. The problem with this is you basically need to learn how to fucking how to use and regulate your shit. Bro, that's why I was at the ocean for a month. That's why. The ocean was showing me all of this, bro. The ocean had me write a bunch of shit down, and I actually, yo, please, there's something I did at the ocean that I was like, niggas would not believe this unless they saw it. There's something that I actually did I was like, holy fuck. All right, I'm not allowed to speak on that. All right, but can't speak on that either. Damn, right? So I'm putting this here because this is what was guided for me to do. And it's so funny because I've been working on an album that it's kind of based on this, right? I always wanted to make an album or my music to be somewhat related to Supercell, but in real time I'm realizing right now it's not supposed to be just Supercell or thalassemia, but understanding these things, right? Not just even understanding it, but understanding spirituality. I'm a spiritual being and I have a purpose, and I'm not supposed to be living the way that they designed us to be living, right? All that good stuff. So a lot of it is people with supercell and thalassemia, a lot of our life has been like a storm where, you know, we try and tell people or we ask for help or empathy and these people can't help us. What I'm letting you know is they're on a vibration that's not going to allow them. Do you know why? It's two reasons. It's two reasons that I've mapped out. One reason is that the things that we're experiencing is too deep for them. It's too deep for them. Like, it's too much for them. And on a soul level, their soul blocks them off. It's something that happens in spirituality. When you go too deep with certain people, their soul will block you because certain people have time. Damn, can I go into this? Fuck it, I'm going into this. I was like, what am I hearing? It's good. What was the other thing? Right, certain people have like a time where they're supposed to come into certain information. Now, what I realized is, well, some of the information needs to be there. So, nah, hell no. This is too cold. This is way too cold. What the fuck? It's cold. Right, all right. Certain people have certain time where they're supposed to come into certain information. But, I mean, I don't see anyone talking about supercell and spirituality and all this other shit. Right? So going back, they can't hear us because of the vibration we're on. You ever seen an angel? Have you ever actually seen an angel? Right. Odds are no. Why? Because angels resonate on a certain frequency and vibration that does not resonate with this reality. It doesn't allow us to see them. And if they were to come back to this shit, they probably couldn't go back to fully being an angel. So that's probably why they remain hidden. That's just my understanding of that. Right? I'm not going to turn around, bro. It's too fucking cold in here. So I'm going to go a little farther. I'm going to see if this shit resonates. But It's cold. I don't like this. It's just because it's shady as shit, and I'm near water. So the other side is when you start to step into your power, you start to realize, oh, holy shit, I actually don't need the type of help that I think I need, right? That there's a book in there's a thing in the Bible where this king gives he gives his servants money, and he says, I want you to go take this money, I want you to go into the world, and I want you to multiply it, basically. I want you to, invest your shit, whatever the fuck. And it's like 3 of these motherfuckers, maybe it's 4, I don't care, but for the point of the story, one goes out, nigga, came back balling, nigga, he did his motherfucking thing, nigga. Another one came back, was like, my nigga, I ain't gonna hold you, I ain't know what the fuck I was doing, but I tried, so I ain't bring back a lot of shit, but yeah, I brought solid. Like, you know what I'm saying? I flipped this dollar into $5, my nigga. I tried. And then there was the last nigga that he was like, man, I was so scared of losing what you gave me that I did nothing, and I hid it, and I made sure nobody get it. And the king started spazzing on this nigga, like, bitch, that's not what I told you to do. That's not what I told you to do, nigga, you ungrateful little fuck. Like, he just started, the Bible crazy. He started going in on this nigga, right? And basically, what I learned from this is, because I kept saying to myself, I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to get away from my parents, because every time I'm by myself and I'm in nature, bro, nature starts showing me how to win, and it starts showing me superpowers and gifts and how for me to just be successful, and I just need to be around people, but I can't stay here because my body can't handle it, right? It can't handle, I haven't regulated supercells yet. I'm in the process, but I haven't regulated. So what I realized is, oh my God, this is my higher self saying, you need to use this to the absolute max. You need to use what you've been given to the absolute max. And when I changed this perception, I started to find ways and avenues to maximally use the things that I have been given. I sound like a preacher right now. I have found ways to do that, and I was like, oh shit, and now my life has been way better, and I'm using all the gifts that the ocean basically showed me. So it's been awesome, right? I kind of just went down a super thing. Oh my God. Right? So that's basically why a lot of people are not going to hear you, or you're not going to have no empathy. It's too deep of an energy or vibration for them to do anything. And on top of that, what they're going to do, they don't know what to do. The damn doctors don't know what to do. They don't know how to help that. You know what I'm saying? They don't know. So you can't sit here, and you're going to have to start doing your own studying, and you're going to have to start learning a lot of shit about how this universe works and all these different things. Because if not, then you're giving your power away, dog. That's the best way to word it. That's what I'm doing. I'm empowering you. You got to start wording this shit in a powerful way. It's funny because I used to grow up and I used to say shit like, I think God really just made me another level of powerful, and that's why he's doing it. He had to balance this shit. That's really what this shit is, nigga. It's not a joke. It's what this is. But it's to the degree that we have a trait that makes us so powerful that the universe is not gonna truly cooperate with us unless we start stepping into that power. The universe doesn't answer, I'm gonna word this to you in the most blunt way I can. The universe does not answer bitch ass prayers. So if you go to the universe like, oh, please say this, it doesn't respond to that type of shit because it's weak as fuck. You have to go to the universe like, yo, you gonna help me, nigga. Like, that's how you have to do it. I know it sounds crazy. Like, you low-key have to do that shit. You have to go on power. You ever heard a thing where they be like, black people loud as fuck? Black people are loud as fuck because all black people are naturally high vibrational and carry power. So we speak in a very commanding way. It's just looked at as negative because of the people who have been in power don't want us to be in power. That's what it is. You can't go to the universe on bitch ass prayers. It doesn't work. Can you find ways to be in your power and humble at the same time? Absolutely. But you can't go to the universe on bitch ass prayers. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't, right? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work to that degree. I don't want to say it. You know what? Here's the thing, I'm gonna put this out here now. I'm the type of person that I quite oftenly change my mind. You learn this with spirituality, you learn truths that start to conflict, and you're like, what the fuck? And you start to change your mind on a lot of things. So again, one day I might be like, some of these prayers actually do work, but they just work differently than how we thought. I don't know, Same thing with Supercell. You're in a constant state of learning and changing. And anyone who's like jumping on you, get the fuck away from them. Because that scientist in the lab, Bitch ass Einstein. No, let me not speak down on nobody. Einstein, what is it? Whoever this nigga was, 1,000 attempts at the light bulb. He fucked up 1,000 times, but he had the space to fuck up 1,000 times to get it right. I'm telling you, supercell and thalassemia are genetic superpowers. Watch Naruto. They're genetic superpowers. Now, the other thing is I brought up Dragon Ball Z. It's the same shit. Dragon Ball Z is just a depiction of an ancient time we used to live in. It ain't got to be ancient. It could have been whatever. But it's a different time we used to live in where knowledge was... I don't even want to get into that. All that matters is you have the same race. You have these different races and things. That's what a lot of Supercell Warriors is. The universe is like a great rapper. It's bars with the double entendres, triple... Yo, the universe entendres is unlimited. I'm going to let you know that now. So we be like, oh, we're you know, the Supercell Warriors. No, we're actually universal warriors, nigga. And what we're meant to do is wake up and get into our power and start understanding our DNA. And once you start understanding that, you start to see reality very differently. Oh, this is what the fuck's going on. This what the fuck is going on. Oh, shit. It's funny, I just saw graffiti that said, God is great, and then I just saw the third eye. I'm talking about universal shit. I'm talking about praying. I'm talking about seeing reality differently. Like, you see what I'm talking about? The entendres. And that's called synchronicities. You start seeing shit that just align, and you're like, what the fuck? You're like, what the fuck? Right, so let me calm down. It's the same thing with thalassemia. So I'm gonna continue posting because this is what's being, and it's so funny, bro. I can actually speak on this. The song that I'm working on, because I'm making an album that is basically, I can't reveal that part, but I can't speak on the name. The name of the song is called, well, the first part of the song is called I See My Destiny. And I'm real time figuring this shit out and talking about it and bringing it back to you. I see my destiny. It's so funny. There's these it's two big ass trees in front of me. It's so funny because that's just fire, right? I see my destiny. Seeds in solitude, it seemed to be the grounds for seeds to be the recipe is now, not eventually, eventfully. All right, so right now, it's right now, bro. You have to start speaking this positivity and awareness into the universe right now. The problem is we keep waiting on people. All right, so the universe basically operates on binary code, right? Let me not say binary code, but it does, right? You can watch The Matrix and shit like this. It's ones and zeros. It's yes or no. That's it. It is or it ain't. It's nothing else. It is or it ain't. So as long as we're in this state, oh, we're waiting on someone to cure this shit, or waiting on someone to come around and fuck up our genes, or basically taking our soul, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Bitch, give me a certain amount of time. I promise you I'll be flying around this motherfucker, right? So, right, let that be. As long as we're sitting here waiting on a savior, and this is where the programming of the Bible comes in, but as long as we're waiting on a savior, you're gonna be waiting forever because you're waiting. That's your one, you're waiting. So I'm not choosing that. I'm operating now. I'm getting on this right now. It's always right now, nigga. I'm on this bitch. I'm in this shit, nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. I'm speaking positive. I'm right now on the trails. I'm on the trails. I'm soaking in good energy from the trees, from the earth, from the ocean, from the river. You know what I'm saying? All of that. All of that. I found ways to just constantly bring something positive my way. I bought NFL Street. I fucking, times where I get bored, I start playing NFL Street. Everything I do has a purpose. Everything I buy has a purpose. And a lot of times, I just listen to my intuition. My intuition told me to buy this bike. Now I'm out here soaking up this good energy. Intuition told me to buy NFL Street. Then I started, I can't go into that. All right, let that be. Just know everything that I do has a purpose. Where does this road go to? I must explore it. I must explore it. Oh, shit. All right, so is that enough for now? Or can I, chill? This was a long-ass video. I am not gonna hold you. But I am enjoying it. I will say. I willeth say. I need to do something with my hair. But yeah, I'm working on a thing, and man, I don't really talk about. God, Jesus. I don't really talk about. Oh my God, I know how to. Okay, I'm figuring out in real time. This is fire. Yo, the big purpose of this album is what I'm talking about right now. It's right now, bro. So a lot of times in spirituality, people like to say, get out of this vibration that you've been in because your vibration will follow you. So what I learned with that is the person I was learning from was always saying, get away from people and go to certain places. Now, the only flaw in what I found in what he was saying was that because I had supercell, it was certain things I couldn't just escape, right? Like this shit walked around with me. It's the blood, it's the cells, and it probably goes deeper into that. And it does go deeper into that. Earth showed me, but I can't talk about it yet. Right, mind you, I'm listening to my intuition, nigga. I'm listening to a superpower. The things we learned about in video games, this is what I'm listening to. I grew up a video game fanatic. So, right, it's like, holy shit. So, what was the other thing? It's right now. Like, I'm not going to sit here and wait on someone to come along and fix my life. I'm going to operate through the storm. Having supercell thalassemia is operating through the storm, right? So because of that, I can now use that as a glitch to walk into reality, right? It's the same thing as, sometimes rappers rap about drugs. I don't like it. But the niggas like Jay-Z who rapped about drugs, he also used that to bring positivity to people. It's a hard life, right? He talks about the struggle and going through it. But because that's his story, you could talk about it. That's the glitch, right? Because I say bring positivity to the universe. But now you're transmuting. Like, that's some alchemist shit. I'm transmuting my experience. I'm walking through the fucking storm, bitch. And I'm showing you I'm going to bring positivity through the storm, right? So a lot of the beats sound kind of like dark. It sounds like what I'm going through, bro. Having supercell thalassemia is like walking around like Goku when he had those fucking weights on his fucking shit, making himself stronger. And he was fighting, I think, TN. He like, damn, I can't fight this thing like that. I gotta take these weights off. Now, supercell thalassemia is like, you can't take the weights off, bitch. Your life is like this, right? One of the, no, don't go into that. All right, so thalassemia, supercell, what was I saying? So even a lot of it is you're gonna hear beats that sound a little. They're not dark, but they something. I don't know. They something. They're not the most. I don't hear this and start cracking a fucking smile, right? But I try to speak very positively over them because what I'm doing is imagine if you was in the eye of the storm. You gonna sit here. You might be walking. You might be praying as you walk forward. That's what it is. We praying as we walking forward, bitch. I'm Moses in this motherfucker, nigga. You see that nigga split the sea? What? Nigga, we praying as we walking forward, nigga. Cause at any moment that sea could collapse and do whatever. But God said we're gonna be good, nigga. Right? So that's how I feel about it. Why storm in my eyes pouring invisible tears, nigga? This the invisible disease, cause don't nobody believe us. Cause we operating on that's why it's still invisible. We operating on a frequency they can't tap into, dog. Why storm in my eyes pouring invisible tears? It's the invisible disease. We walking, we crying in silence, dog, cause we ain't got nobody to go to. Why storm in my eyes pouring invisible tears? Cynical fears I refrain from. Nigga, this shit make you psychotic. I was questioning God since I was 5. I hated this nigga. I've been like, yo, save me, dog. And I suppressed that shit so much, that real ass feeling. The only nigga I ever seen say that shit was Prodigy, who had supercell. He was like, that shit make you question God. Why storm in my eyes pouring invisible tears? Cynical fears I refrain from. The waves insisting I change directions. So I ain't about to keep sitting here moping and crying and this, that, and the other. So let's talk about some spiritual, some purpose, some positivity. What am I feeling? This shit over here? Ways of putting cynical fear I refrain from because I refuse to act on these things, right? I refuse to sit here and just give up on God. I refuse to sit here and give up on myself. I refuse to. This shit basically make you a psychopath and you suppressing it, bro. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about. It make you some level of being a psychopath, and psychopaths aren't evil. I need people to understand this. I had this debate off with somebody because they didn't. There's an episode of House where he basically diagnoses his girl. Look this episode up. He diagnoses his girl that she's a psychopath. And here's the thing, oh, psychopaths are evil, they do this and the other. House was like, no, bitch, like this part of your brain isn't operating. This part of your brain that doesn't allow you to feel emotions is not operating. So you're just operating with logic and you're being cold. And the second they fixed it, she let go of this nigga she was taking advantage of. It makes you a psychopath, bro. We're not allowed to sit in our feelings because we would be depressed all day. Right? But I'm not going to mope. I'm going to walk forward through this storm. I understand God gave me this storm to be strong for a reason. We have a purpose. We're actual warriors, nigga. I'm telling you. So why storm in my eyes pouring invisible tears, cynical fears I refrain from. The waves insisting I change directions. So it's like you need to start looking at shit differently. The waves insisting I change directions. The weapons of spirit blessings. So when you hear that, you're like, what weapons? What? The weapons of spirit blessings. The weapons of spirit blessings, now I'm in my power. Right? These are gifts that I can use to now walk in my power and I can push this bullshit that's been forced. I can weaponize my gifts to remove all the bullshit that's been thrown on me. Fucking with my perception, fucking with my energy, my health, all that type of shit. The weapons of spirit blessings. And meshing with heaven's lessons. Heaven's lessons, that's the spiritual, bro. Higher chakra, amethyst, all that beautiful stuff, whatever, right? Understand you have a purpose. God put you here for a reason. God gives the strongest battles to the strongest warriors, nigga. Really question your childhood and these attacks and be like, how the fuck am I even alive? Because I'm that strong, right? And meshing with heaven's lessons, tsunamis, inner reflections, nigga. When you start really looking at it, this is a tsunami level type threat, nigga. Tsunami level. Which means that if God is giving you a tsunami level threat, nigga, you tsunami level strong, nigga. You stronger than that. Tsunami. All right, what am I feeling? Is this me? What is this? This feels like healing. Oh, wow. Tsunami level. Tsunami inner reflections astounding. That's amazing. I'm drowning. The water's over the mountains, right? So it pulled me back a little bit, right? I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I was walking through the tsunami by myself, bro. By myself figuring this shit out. Because nobody's fucking listening. Tsunamis I'm astounded. I'm drowning. The water's over the mountains. But I'm also like drowning in myself. I'm so powerful. I'm like, yo, right? I'm drowning. The water's over the mountains. I'm proud of who I become, right? So I fought that shit back. Like, I don't care, nigga. Like, I'm still proud of me, bro. I pushed through all this shit. Fuck is you talking about? I'm the only one in my family this shit. I pushed through this shit. I don't care what nobody talking about. Astounded, I'm drowning. The water's over the mountains. I'm proud of who I become. Is the sounds I'm hearing of hope. Like, I'm placebo affecting my own mind. I'm telling myself, like, I'm proud of you no matter what. I don't care how many times you fail. I don't care how many times you fall. I don't give a fuck how many times you fuck up. Nigga, these niggas didn't have to go through this, right? You know what I'm saying? So, the water's over the mountains. I'm proud of who I become. Is the sounds I'm hearing of hope. Because this hero is flying downwards. Nigga, what? I'm in here, right? Because this hero is flying downwards, right? What's happening when the hero's flying downwards? That nigga going to save somebody. What? Right? And then it was also a testament to, we also so often look as like, we look at going downwards as bad, right? So sometimes I looked at it as I was falling or I was failing. That's another way to look at it. But in reality, it was like, down isn't always bad. So when you're growing, when a plant grows, it goes downwards into the earth to get more energy and soil. When you start understanding it's an elemental understanding of energy, you can go to Avatar The Last Airbender and talk about Toph and earthbending and how that's important, and how that's stability, and how important stability is in da 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 root chakra, blah 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 blah, ethereal body, blah, 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 right, all that type of shit. So the other thing was, right, so it's positivity in everything. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Flip the shit. Flip everything. Flip anything in your life that's negative to positive, and find the purpose in it. Don't just flip it and, oh, this is funny, ha ha ha. Just flip it though. Like, find the purpose and that'll help you flip it, right? Is the sounds I'm hearing of hope as this hero is flying downwards. Cause trees got roots. It seems a lot of couth is coming from the lost one. Nigga, I done figured this shit out. I try and treat people respectable as fuck. I try and be empathic towards everyone, and I'm the one who needed the most. So it's like the lost one, the nigga who has this shit and don't know what the fuck is going on doing. He seemed like he got the most couth, right? So the couth is coming from the lost one. The couth for me and the dude in the mirror who's fucking awesome. I'm going to continue to speak positivity myself. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about, right? It was hard for me to look in the mirror because of what I had to grow with Supercell. I couldn't even process myself. I couldn't even fathom myself. Is in seems like a lot of cool coming from the lost one. A coupe for me and the dude in the mirror who's fucking awesome. The bottom of the ocean, my focus is on the fountain of youth, right? So what I understood a lot of times is a lot of our DNA and meditating all these things, it goes very deep, bro. The deeper you go, the more powerful you get. But whatever, like, some things you gotta find a way to get out of it. But it felt like I had to go so deep with Susan. This shit feel like being at the bottom of the ocean. Like, I had to go that deep to figure out this shit and understand it. And I went that deep so I could understand it. My focus is on the fountain of youth. My inner child eternally cooking Gotham, nigga. So that's what I mean by the positive. My inner child, right? When you think of your child laughing, joyful, you running around happy as fuck, nigga, you just happy all the time, full of energy. Eternal. You eternal, like I said already. Your soul has the blueprint to be living like your inner child at all times. Your soul has the blueprint for that. I've tapped into it. It's like what people call flow state and shit. I'm in a meditative state all the time. I don't even need to meditate anymore. So my inner child eternally cooking Gotham. You think of Gotham, you think of just the opposite. You think of all this dark shit, da 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 da. My inner child is eternally cooking this shit. Like this shit can't affect me. Like nigga, I could make Gotham the most beautiful place on earth. Right? That's the power. I've got the power to transmute and flip anything, alchemize it. I could make anything beautiful. I could love anybody. Fat, like, okay, let me not go there. That's too far, right? But no, that's the truth. You know, we're gonna flip it right now. That's the truth. Like I had this thing, and I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna talk about it. Talk about it. All right. I used to think I was gay for a long time. Like I used to be like, am I gay? I don't know. But what I realized what it was, it's not that it was that. I see the beauty in everyone, in everything. I see it in everything. I don't care if you're fat, gay, bald-headed, old, raggedy, dirty. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. And I didn't understand this because as men we're not allowed to do that. You could see a nigga that's beautiful and be like, damn, that nigga beautiful. But growing up, we couldn't do that. You gay if you do that, right? So it created this inner conflict with me. Can I talk about that? Yeah. And I remember this girl, it was one of my friends, you know, we kind of did the whole diving into sexual shit. I don't want to get too deep in this. I'm going to just glance over it. I used to like eating her out all the time. I love that shit. I just do. And if this is for children ears, leave. Motherfucker, right? Let me relax. I'm a little all over the place. It is what it is. I used to love eating her shit. She was like, yeah, you ain't gay. Because I used to be very open and honest with her. Like, I don't understand a lot of this stuff, right? But it's because I had a military father. He was very strict on everything. There is no emotions, right? I'm going to let you know now, as men start acknowledging emotions, you're going to go bald-headed. I'm going to let you know that now. My father, that nigga started going bald-headed. And I understand it's because you don't acknowledge your emotions. That's where a lot of that shit comes from. You don't need to be a bitch about it and be crying all day, but you need to acknowledge them, you need to feel them, and you need to let them go. That will help you with a lot of women. But also be in your power because there's a lot of women that will try and take advantage of your emotions. But whatever, right? But I used to think that. But what the thing is, I see the beauty in everything. So I started realizing, oh, that's a power. You see the beauty in everything. Beauty and love have higher vibrations. You can focus on that and bring it to places and people that need it. I'm in here, right? So eternally cooking Gotham is God's son, nigga. Oh, bitch, that's Jesus. Oh shit, that's Jesus, nigga. That's Jesus. What did Jesus do? That nigga Jesus walked around like, I got you, nigga. I got you, nigga. Hey, nigga, I got you, nigga. Oh, shit, you can't see? Ah, bitch, you can see now, right? Nigga couldn't walk. Get your bitch ass up, nigga. You got this. Nigga, you real. You got this. Nigga got his bitch ass up, didn't he? Right? It's like that. So I'm God's son. It's God's son. Wise rise like the phoenix is feeding the children of earth's opera. What did I just say earlier, nigga? Hold on. This is really coming full circle. I didn't plan none of this shit. The phoenix, nigga. That's what was being shown to me when I was at the ocean. The phoenix energy rising from the ashes. Every person with supercell has the ability to do this because it's a genetic trait. Thalassemia is the same thing. Now, it's a lot to this, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. I had to do a lot. I had to understand energy. I had to understand spirituality. I had to understand taking care of myself physically. I had to understand a lot of shit. So I don't just want to sit here and say, oh, it's like that. It's a lot of shit to it, but whatever. All right, so am I done with this? I'm not keep going. Wise rise like the phoenix is feeding the children of earth's opera, right? So why storming? Knowing that it's so many different levels you can understand it. Knowing that it's a storm, but understanding like I can't sit here, right? You gotta understand, most storm people say, oh, don't go nowhere because the storm will pass. What happens if the storm is like you can't escape the vibration, so the storm's always there. So the wisdom of knowing you gotta move forward regardless. You gotta go forward. I used to be scared to do shit because I was afraid of this, bro. I was like, yo, look at how this sounds. I don't know if I'm gonna be helping people or hurting them. I want music to sound good, like that Pharrell shit. I'm happy. But the thing with songs like that is, I've learned is that saying I'm happy or being positive is not enough, right? It's not enough. It's not changing no one's body's fucking life. You know what I'm saying? It's not doing shit. You gotta be honest. You gotta face your shit. That's what wise storm is for. You gotta face your own storm. You gotta face your own inner tsunami. You have to face it and be honest with it. And the more you start to sit there, you start to be like, hold on, some of this shit isn't even my energy. Some of it isn't even my emotions. Da 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 da. I don't want to get into that. Wise storming, what was I? Feeding Earth's opera, still standing still in the middle of the woods. I pull prana, push Allah, and put the demons in hell's bottle. I smell gospel, the flames back, lion thrown at the top of the columns, nigga, and coliseums. You understand? I wrote this when I was losing my mind. I wrote this like suicidal, nigga. Like, and I just pushed the fuck through. Why is Supathalassemia is God's museum? This is Mission Impossible. I'm Captain. Wait. This is Mission Impossible. Wait, hold on. What the fuck is it? Lion throne at the top of the columns, nigga, in Colosseums. It's God's museum. Mission Impossible. I'm Captain Tom. A nigga ain't got no serum. Videla marry her. Star Shiller like a DBZ barrier. Heat carrier. Beast of abundance. Something of a rainbow child. Angel of fire and broken character. The glitch. Bitch, nigga, I'm over the moon. They more, you know what's funny? I actually meant to say that, and not as in like calling somebody a bitch nigga, but like the glitch, bitch. Like, I'm a glitch, bitch. Like, what the fuck? And then the next line was just, nigga, I'm over the moon. They mourning the doom. I'm here to cleanse the earth so dark times feel like a baby being born. It's a moment of bloom. I bring doom to all evil. This God's sequel. I operate on a frequency that only purists here be ready to opt in the wing hood. We all angels. The cure is near. So when you think the cure, you thinking like, oh shit, like the cure to superstar. No. The cure to this vibrational bullshit they've had us stuck in. Ain't no cure to supercell, nigga. It's not. Your cure is gonna be you giving up your superpower. That's the. I'm be blunt with you. I'm a blunt person. It's neutral, right? Uh, the cure is near. Creating flames only Azula bears. Prey out on Anakin. Anakin and Azula were prodigies, but their emotional state fucked them up so deeply that like they didn't make the great decisions. Azula was a prodigy, but her father's emotions fucked her, right? Because she wanted her father's love so bad, she let it corrupt her. No, fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here with that shit, nigga. I brought some rainbow earrings on a bitch. I don't feel what. I don't give a fuck what my father say. I have a military father, right? So anything rainbow, anything too flamboyant, oh you gay, nigga, you ain't gay unless you out here sucking dick. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? I love pussy. I love women. I've been craving titties for months, but I can't do it because energetically you gotta resonate with me. But nigga, my wife is set up, nigga. You could get head anytime you want. Anytime you want. Whatever you want, I got it. I'm on it. But my thing is I gotta have a brown woman. I gotta have a brown American woman, or you know what I'm saying? Because it because that's just what it gets my gears going, right? But the only thing was that I don't feel like I'm in a state to protect her or take care of her, so I'ma just stay over here and mind my business and just focus on me, right? So yeah, man, rainbow earrings out this motherfucker. I got the shit hanging down, long hair, don't care. Holla back, bitch. I'm in the bathroom taking me a rich nigga shit. What? Nigga, come on, son. What? Nigga, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. This is why I say get away from your parents. They old ass programming that shit. You're gonna look at shit differently. And you gonna be, oh, I can't do that. No, nigga. And it's not fuck them, but it's like fuck your programming, nigga. I'm not being around that shit. I don't wanna be around that shit. But I don't wanna give too much because this is just the intro. Right? But it's operating, bro, and I'm understanding, like, if we all come together and get on positive and good energy, you know how much shit we could change in the world? What? Nigga, what? So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going with what nature is showing me. Surprisingly, I am surprised that I'm still supposed to be talking about this. So, am I going home yet, or what? Why storm in my eyes, pouring invisible tears, cynical fears I refrain from. The waves insisting I change directions, the weapons of spirit, blessings, and meshing with heaven's lessons. Tsunamis, inner reflections astounding. I'm drowning the waters over the mountains. I'm proud of who I become as the sounds I'm hearing of hope as this hero is flying downwards. All right, that's another thing, right? As this hero is flying downwards, I have literally mastered how to escape hell. I've figured it out, right? I know that sounds crazy to probably a lot of people, but you have to understand that hell is a vibration that you choose. It's a mind state. I have figured out how to get out of that shit, right? I mean, no, you niggas don't understand some of the things that I have been through. You think that fucking flash, I've only given you a speck, a sand drop of what I truly went through when I went through that flash shit, bro. I was seeing the other side, nigga. That shit was crazy, right? It was like the realities were merging. It was fucking insane. I was like, what the fuck? I don't want to word it this way, but a close way I could word it is if it gives you, it's in the vicinity of that, but it's not exactly the same. It's like if you ever seen, speak on it. My intuition actually had me watch this movie during the time, which is actually funny. You ever seen the movie John Constantine? John Constantine basically tries to kill. I didn't try and kill myself. I'm gonna let you know that now. But he tries to kill himself and he survives. But he also got to see what hell looked like. Now, the Catholics believe if you try and kill yourself, you go to hell automatically. Like, if you kill yourself, you go to hell. Like, that's what they believe. So that's what they're playing off of. Understand, take everything with a grain of salt in the sense of remain neutral. Everything is an idea. It might not apply to you the same way. All these religions are different religions of different people. Find what resonates with you. As you look at all these things, they're all different beliefs, and find what resonates with you, right? So, John Constantine basically, and then look how he operates. He basically operates like a spiritual being, basically able to walk through both worlds. That's basically what the fuck I had to go through. I'm surprised that I was able to even talk about that. You can never talk about the experience that is for you. Okay, I see. So, ooh, my scalp is getting sun. That feels fucking great. Okay, I see. I have to do that. Not yet. All right. So is that it? I basically mastered how to get out of that. Why is that important? Because I want to get to a point where I can teach other people how to fucking get out of that. The thing I'm trying to learn, not learn now, is maintaining it. But I'm seeing now, because I'm so connected with the earth, is that maintaining it is actually pretty easy. It's a lot easier because I have constant guidance and I'm listening to myself. And the earth showed me a lot of what is to come and what's going to happen. So I ain't tripping. This was a lot of information. I'm surprised I got to talk this much. Am I supposed to keep going? Damn. All right, cool. My story, I for invisible to your fans. I pray on the way to. It seems a lot of cool is coming from the lost one. Cool for me. Seems a lot of cool is coming for the lost one. Operate in a way where you are maintaining your integrity no matter what is going on around you. Be that person you want to be no matter what. If you want to be on, even if you're in the hospital bed, be fly in the hospital bed. Nigga, fuck you talking about? I'm stunting on the doctor, bitch. Fuck you. Like, you ain't got to go to that degree. I'm a little going overboard, but you know what I mean. Just maintain your integrity no matter what. If you see certain things a specific way, you're destined to see it that way, and it's for a specific reason. I'm telling you, just trust yourself, trust this, that, and the other. Don't listen to what nobody else is talking about. Trees got roots. Seems a lot of cool coming from the lost one. Cool. All right, guys, we see him. Mission Impossible. I'm Captain Tom and the gang got no serum. Do you understand having Supathalassemia and thalassemia is like living in Mission Impossible? Yo, you're living in the most, like, how the fuck am I supposed to put together shit, right? So that's how I feel. I'm Tom Cruise. I'm going to keep pulling this bitch off. And then at the same time, for whatever reason, like, the universe keeps telling me, like, I'm Captain America, right? It tells me a lot of things so I can understand. Like, the universe gives me symbols. It showed me Jean Grey. It showed me Franklin Richards. It showed me Captain America, which I'm like, okay. I don't need to go into that. Captain Tom and nigga ain't got no serum. Videla, I'd marry her. I like Videl. I started watching DBZ. My favorite character right now is Gohan, but everyone keeps telling me that's gonna change, so we're gonna see. I fuck with Gohan because Gohan was like me. He was a little scared ass bitch as a kid, and no disrespect, but it was because he was hypersensitive. When you're hypersensitive, it means some of your gifts and powers are probably unlocked already. And it makes you insanely sensitive to reality. That's what a lot of supercell and thalassemia is. We're hyperly sensitive. Because what's happening is it's actually a gift. You think Jean Grey's not hyperly sensitive? If you watch X-Men Apocalypse, what the fuck is happening? You hearing thoughts all day. Bitch, that'd be annoying as fuck. Nigga, what the fuck? Right? So, what was the other thing that I was saying? Jean Grey, Captain Tom, and I like Videl. I like the type of woman Videl is. I like that fire girl, that fiery girl that's like, oh no, you gonna teach me this shit, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Like that girl. That I want a woman that's gonna impress me, but it actually like be love. Like it be real genuine. Like you, like she just, no. I love you. I'm in love with you. I'm crazy about you. I'd kill over you, and you gonna teach me this, and da 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 da. And we don't play. And like press. Like, have you ever seen? It's this show called what's that shit called? I cannot think of this shit. It's a show where everyone is kind of like tied together. It's an anime. Kisnevere is the blue girl. Like she pressed, like she like on her shit. It's that type of shit. I like that. That fucking. Oh God, I see what's happening. Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I just like girls like that, like the little weirdo from No Strings Attached. I watch all types of movies, black, white. I actually don't like watching a lot of black movies, too drama related, stupid shit, but it's designed that way. It's designed to be low vibrational and stupid. and emotionally triggering, right? But I like weirdos, like the girl from No Strings Attached. Like I have a weird thing for Virgos. And we're in Virgos. It's the Virgos. The Virgos just do something to me. Every time I look at a girl and I really like her in a way I can't explain it, it's a Virgo. It's always a fucking Virgo. The Virgos just do something to me that like, ugh, it's all of them. There was this girl I used to be obsessed with, and I ain't gonna talk about the other girl I was obsessed with. But there was a girl I was obsessed with in high school. Her name was Yasmin, and I thought she was so pretty, and I thought she was so fly. It was just something about her, the aesthetic of her. Like they're like princess queen warriors. Like they're perfect. Virgos are perfect. I don't care what anyone says. I would allow Virgos to step on me. I don't give a fuck what anyone's talking about, right? So I come to find out she's a fucking Virgo, and I'm like, oh, that explains so much. Your aesthetic, the way you do things, like, oh, she was like a year older than me, and I did some bitch shit. Like the day she graduated, I made her like my woman crush Wednesday, because I'd probably never see her again. She commented, I was so hyped. I used to be obsessed with her, but what am I talking about? Oh, Vidal, I'd marry her. Star Sheila like a DBZ barrier, heat carrier, beast of abundance. So I'm gonna speak some positivity into you and me. Something of a rainbow child, angel of fire, and broken character, the glitch, bitch, nigga. I'm over the moon, a morning of doom. I'm here to cleanse the earth so dark times feel like a baby being born. It's a moment of bloom. I bring doom to all. Right, so your perspective changes. That baby's in darkness till that baby gets the fuck out. Right, you know what I'm saying? But that's just a moment of bloom. Sometimes God gonna keep you in the dark long enough so that you can absorb all the roots of, all the nutrients of the roots, all the nutrients that's in the ocean. You could absorb all this, and you gonna absorb everything that you need till it's your time to jump out the window. You feel me? And come out the ground is what I meant by that. A moment of bloom, I bring doom to all evil. Like that was a purpose of mine that I figured out. Like I'm really meant to cleanse the earth. I have this gift that like my energy just makes people tell the truth. I don't know. That shit fire, but it just does. And it's dope. It just makes people like they start going back to like their childhood version. Like it's like it purifies people. It's really cool. And it was like I didn't know that was Jesus's purpose, bro. Like I literally used to have visions of me setting the earth on fire. And you would think, oh, that's terrible. But you got to understand, the fire wasn't like that, red, orange, yellow. It was purple. It was purple fire. And when I realized is, oh, I meant to spiritually cleanse this bitch. Oh, it's up. It's uppity up, skeet up, uppity up, nigga. Like it's up. I'm here to cleanse this bitch, right? Get all this bullshit out here. I'm just here to destroy demons, nigga. I'm here to destroy demons and purify you so that you could be your best self, no matter what. Whether you got supercell or not, it don't matter, right? So the other thing, right? So at this moment of bloom, I've been doing all evil. This God's sequel. I ain't gonna speak on that. I operate on a frequency that only pure is here. So there's a line from Talib Kweli on Chains Heavy, My Chain Heavy. That song by Kanye's fire. I was a very big Kanye fan growing up. Now I don't like being fans of anyone. I'm a fan of me. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's been trying to teach people. Be a fan of your fucking self. Go to you inward. Can empower yourself. Is a line, I always say this by Kanye. I used to say to people, like, you're not listening to Kanye's music. If you don't like Kanye, you're not listening to music. Now, today's age, I can, but I don't listen to it enough to go as deep as I would want to. But I can say that if you listen to a lot of his older music and not just, oh, this makes me feel cool. No, if you listen to some of the shit he was saying, you'd be like, oh shit, this nigga was trying to say shit, right? But, all right, why did I bring up Kanye? Something about, I don't remember, whatever. It's a moment of bloom. I've been doing all evil, this God's sequel. Oh yeah, Tyler Quality on Chain Heavy. So we broke out the chains that told the masterpiece. So Tyler Quality has a line up there where I always used to feel like this. I speak on a frequency that only pure is here. And if it resonated with Supercell, because I'm not the only one, you be trying to tell motherfuckers, and it's like you can't say shit to them. You cannot say anything. It doesn't work. It literally, they just, oh, okay. Or they don't have the capacity, or it's like you just experience something stupid. It's the same thing that happens in spirituality. It means it's not for them to understand. They can't understand it. They can't live on this vibration. It would probably destroy them. It's the same thing with spirituality. A lot of people go through spiritual awakenings. It's like a death and you get reborn. But you had to go through some crazy, wild ass shit for you to be able to experience like what comes after. which is you see life differently. You can't see life the same. It's impossible. You can't go back. Once you wake up, you can't go back. So, what was the other thing? He says that, yeah. Sometimes I speak on a frequency that only purists hear. Why I gotta battle rappers? I debate scholars. Question, do it gotta make sense if it made dollars? See, that song to me was just so fire. I love the beat. Kanye's line was fire. Talib Kweli's line was fire. But, you know, that just resonated. A lot of times when I speak, certain people don't hear me, but the right people will. Oh my God, this nigga was putting so many gems in my subconscious. Understand when you also learn from someone, you learn from your higher self. Your higher self can communicate through you, through nature. It can communicate through you, through other people, da-da-da-da. But you have to have discernment. That's the only fucking thing. I listen to my intuition above everything. So, what was the other thing? What was the other fucking thing? Sometimes, if you're the only purists here, we all angels. Be ready to opt in the wing hood. So if you can hear me, then you probably one of them ones. In the wing hood, we all angels. The cure is near. Creating flames only Azula bears prey on Anakin. People who have Supathalassemia we're like a super gene. So we're automatically like geniuses in like higher level shit. I noticed because when I was a kid, I was good at fucking everything. The only thing that ever hindered me from that was the pain. And that's why they don't pay any attention to these quote unquote diseases. Because if you ever get to a point of regulating this, the person will realize, okay, this isn't a disease. It's something you've made me believe that is a disease, but it's not, right? So, only if you're here, pray on Anakin. Dr. Banner controlling my anger. I'm hoping I'm soaking in everything of God's plan to win, because nature was showing me how to win. It's showing me what to do. So now I'm going to rap a little bit on the way back, because I actually went pretty far from my house. The ocean's calling me, saying I'm destined to be a beacon of light in the dark for all to see. Feeling unworthy, I walk away. I'm not going to pretend to you like, you know, I'm all perfect and this and that. I'm not. The nature, the ocean, all this has come to me several times. Like, the ocean's been calling me for 7 years, and I finally committed to it. I was scared. I was very scared. My spiritual awakening was very terrifying. I didn't know who to go to. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't understand my gifts and abilities enough to just step out into the world. And even when I pushed through all that, because of the supercell, and I hadn't figured this out yet, it scared me so much going into a world where no one understands this, that it was like, I'm not gonna hold you. I pussied out. I'm like, I'm not about to fucking do this. I don't have nobody to rely on. No one understands this. You gotta understand, having money wasn't enough. If you don't have the knowledge and information, then having money is pointless. You don't know how to spend it. You don't know what to do with it, right? So, ooh, it's a little creek. Is that a turtle? Is that a turtle? I can't tell. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Right, so, no, keep going. That's a message. What the fuck is that saying? You don't have the money. If you don't have the knowledge, it's not enough. If you have the money, if you have the knowledge without the money, it's good, but you need more. If you have the money, no knowledge, it's not good enough, right? Like, it's that type of shit. So, yeah, I think I pussied out. The fuck? I was scared, nigga. I was scared as fuck because I didn't understand this. The only difference now is that I see that the ocean, I finally committed. And it's not just that, but I saw how my life was when I was not in my purpose, bro. I felt like I was in hell. Shit was insane. When you're not on your purpose and you become aware of this type of shit, like, I don't want to say your protection goes away, but like certain energies have the ability to reach you. Like, you get universal protection when you're on your purpose. You do. I've seen it, I've been told it, and it resonates with me. So I pussied out. So the ocean's calling me, saying I'm destined to be a beacon of light in the dark for all to see. Feeling unworthy, I walk away. But the earth keep whispering, forgive yourself, starseer. You got a part to play. And the higher you climb, the less you blame. The blessed flame and realm silent as the wings of an owl, they question your name. Golden star totem bars, thriving on the back of the turtle. I hurdle the art of every scar of the past. Healing presence present the beauty of creating the future. Optimal odyssey, God beats invading computers for sake of paper. The snakes of Darth lasers I used to run from. But the mirror had legs of the ability to jump from dimension to dreams to vivid reality. Divinely sacred, so I decided to sit with my inner charity for hidden clarity and wisdom of spitting these parables in timely nature. I find these vases to be floral. Wait. I find these Damn, I forgot the fucking words. That shit was so hard, I forgot the words. In places the mighty. No, hold on. That's why wisdom is spin. Some of my inner charity and wisdom is spin these parables in timely nature. I find these vases of floral verbs and nouns to be the very sounds I require when I teleport to the varying highest places. The mighty makeshift Power Rangers on deck. The light brigade ship look like a UFO flying through the moon's next show. The kids next door uplift the bridge to the big next blow of interstellar consciousness and new light codes. That yo, dude, in the mirror, you went from being the new Michael to the fullest you. Michael Jackson and Kanye are probably like some of my biggest inspirations when it comes to like, and I don't even want to say music. I just like listening to their shit. If I like listening to your shit on repeat over and over again, then I like your music. Like I know that sounds so simple, but I mean, there's not a lot. What I'm saying is, there's not a lot of people that I like listening to. Kanye was somebody, I stopped listening to music in general for the most part. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But Kanye was a good example. Kanye kind of ruined music for me because no one else was really good enough. Right? Like, that's what it was like. It was almost like, damn, like, I met the match. I don't need anybody else, right? Like, that's what it felt like. And then Michael is Michael. Like, you know what I'm saying? Michael just like that. It's so many Michael Jackson songs that I just can listen to over and over and over again. So, be proud. You didn't give up. You kept walking forward. You kept doing quite literally everything you needed to do. Everything. I don't care if you gave up. I don't care if you stopped. I don't care if you quit. If you gave up and came back, then you ain't give up, bitch. You know what I'm saying? The only give up is if you did or you destroy any possible way for you to do any of this. That's really how I look at it. So, yeah, maybe this is it. I've been yapping, boy. I do that sometimes. So now, what I want to do is I want to go home. I kind of want some food, honestly. Alright. So, I'm posting this today. Superpower. What am I name this? I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I just name them shits and videos whatever in the moment. Like, the moment I go to post, I just name them whatever. So I'm gonna think of this one now. Supathalassemia. Ooh. Mind you, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't necessarily agree with these terms. I might leave off this. I don't know. They're pendulum swings, right? Once you start labeling certain shit, you start realizing like you're putting it in a box. I don't think this can be put in a box, but I'd rather have the understanding of superthalassemia or supercell than just that bullshit that they gave us. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be in that box than that box, but I'm the type of person, I'm jumping out of all boxes, bitch. I know how to get in it and out of the box. And be in both at the same time. So, you feel me? I feel good, man. That down south shit is wearing off on me. But I love it. I love this place. Love this place so much. Eyes storming, eyes pouring, invisible tears. You know, I'm looking back on so many things right now. I'm understanding another level of my purpose. I see my destiny. That's song 4. But I don't know how anyone really feels about the music. But hey, the earth and my intuition is telling me to do this, so this is what I'm doing. I have tons of like ideas and shit that I would love to do and work on. No, please tell me that dragonfly got out. I don't know why. Birds and dragonflies, they do that a lot. They have this tendency to like fly in front of my car or my bike. And it's like sometimes my intuition will stop for it, and sometimes it don't. So I'm assuming the times it doesn't, that they got away, they was moving fast enough. Cynical fears I was playing from. Get away is insisting I change the directions. Little weapons and spirit blessings. Alright, I'm ready to go back. And yeah. This is a long ass video. else? Is there anything I need to talk about? Something I learned, right? Because I used to be, I'm gonna speak on this too. There's a verse in the Bible that used to fucking scare me, but it was at a time where my energy was all over the place. And it spoke on how, you know, some people might think they're carrying light. It gave me that understanding of it, and they're not, and that shit terrified me, which always made me like, maybe I shouldn't do this because I really don't fucking know. But the problem with that is when you've been designed, oh my God, look how that just came full circle, holy shit. When you've been programmed your entire life to look at your light as a disease, oh, it's bars, nigga, it's bars, nigga, it's bars, nigga. When you've been programmed your whole life to look at your light as a disease, wouldn't you be afraid too? I should end the video off that. That would be hard, but I gotta keep talking. So I used to be like really afraid of that. I didn't know if it was like this, that, and the other. Now I will say, you understand spirituality, all of us have light, all of us have shadows. Like there's no escaping that shit. We all have programming. You're gonna have a bunch of shadows and shit. So what I learned with this is, you need to learn how to face your shadows. You need to learn how to find the balance between facing your shadows and facing your light and being able to see both. You need to find that balance. That will help you a lot, because if you keep ignoring your shadows, it kind of just sits there, follows you, and you'll be afraid of it, not knowing that a lot of times what your shadows is programming, right? It's programming where the best way I can explain this to you is your real self is under whatever fucking thing you're seeing, right? So I have this ability, I can see certain people's shadows based off the energy they're running, programming, whatever. So, don't go into that. The best way I can explain this, I used to say, like people would say, when you wake up, you look like you not to be fucked with. And I'd be telling them like, yes, nigga, like it's first thing in the morning. Why are you even speaking to me? You're not even managing your energy. You're not doing anything. I'm telling you, I'm hypersensitive and you're still speaking to me first thing in the AM. You don't see the problem in that, right? Because they can't hear us, so nothing we're saying is going to make sense to them. That makes complete sense. Don't speak to me in the AM. I don't like being spoken to in the AM. Leave me alone. The AM is a very strong depiction of how your day is going to go. So I want to wake up as peacefully as possible. And they were like, no, like you look like you want to kill niggas first thing in the morning. So I'm like, okay, so you understand, because this person I was speaking to, they have awareness. I was like, so you understand that we actually have warrior DNA, and you're seeing it as like a shadow aspect of myself, right? It seems like something's off or something is evil or bad, da 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 da. When in reality, the warrior aspect of myself is literally piercing through this fucking shadow to protect myself and my energy first thing in the morning. First thing, we ain't saying morning, fuck out of here. First thing in the AM. That's what it is. That's what it's doing, right? So you gotta also understand, right? Here's another one. Here's another banger, right? Black people being afraid of water. Look at what happened with slavery. We have the teaching of slavery. We're all afraid of water. But water is like one of the fastest ways to get through your DNA. Water holding memory, your blood being also fluid, Supathalassemia, look at the full circle. What's under this programming of slavery and all this other stuff is our warrior spirit, who was like, we ain't going for this nonsense. That's what's under it. That's why it's so programmed heavily. All black movies coming out, oh, slavery this, slavery that. And why don't they show the people that was killing these niggas, right? I don't want to go in this type of shit, because then you start going into like, that's like Civil War energy. I don't want to go into that, right? But they'll program you and you'll be like, oh, what's the no, that's what it is. So, hey, yo, right? I just saw some shit that had me like, da da da. The thing is with a lot of that shadow, you can't sit in there for too long, right? Can't sit in there for too long. Gotta stay out of that. So, okay, I was trying to see, something popped up and I didn't know. It's right, so it's like a warrior spirit under all of that. Don't speak on that, but that's a great realization. Okay, so the other thing, right, so that's what I was saying. It's like, they're looking at it as like shadow or something scary. Bitch, you ever seen a warrior that's really about that and not be scary? You ever seen these niggas action? Their life is on the line. They're literally meant to kill niggas. Like, what the fuck? nigga. Protect your peace. I'm the warrior in the garden, nigga. I'd rather be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in the war. That's what that shit is. Right? So a lot of times, that's why I think facing your shadow is important. I ain't saying live in it, as I see another Spider-Man. Hey, we lit. All right? So I'm not saying live in it, but I'm saying face that shit. Be willing to face that shit, because a lot of times you get to the other side and you start realizing this storm was meant to make you powerful. That's what it is. But you have to intentionally and consciously have that awareness, or else you just gonna sit in that storm forever. It's not gonna hold you, I'm gonna be honest with you. You have to look at the storm as an ally. Then the storm gives you power. And now you storm in this motherfucker from X-Men. That's what it is. Now, I'm having, nope, let that be. All right, so is that it, or is that the end of that? Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. I don't know the fucking words, so please don't flame me, get off my dick. Here comes the Spider-Man. Right? So, is that a sound? That is a leaf. So, yeah, man. Yeah. I see my destiny. Season solitude is seen to be the grounds for seeds to be the recipes. Now, not eventually. Right. Supercell without seeing their superpowers. They're gifts. They're gifts. They're gifts. I feel like the nigga from what's that shit called? The Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving. That's what I'm feeling. Bro, I'm so happy that I recorded that month ago when I was literally sleeping on the beach and like suicidal and depressed. Like, I'm so happy I actually recorded that, because I now have the proof. Like, I beat it, nigga. I beat it. I'm in a way higher vibration, and I'm way more happy and joyful, and it's just bringing things into my reality that's continuing that going. Nigga, I got my cousin back in my life. I have weed. I got this fucking bike. I got NFL Street. I got some clothes that I like. I fucking got some more beautiful gifts and superpowers activated from nature. Nature is the best thing to go to. And the park ain't enough. You need to, like, down south has a bunch of fucking trails. It's fucking amazing. But go to a fucking park, like a fucking state park, right? Get your water, bring everything you gotta do. Go to a state fucking park, go to the ocean, go to a river, all of that beautiful shit. That's what I would suggest doing if you have that. Anytime here's the thing, and I learned this. I would go to the ocean with family and I would feel sick. I would go to the ocean by myself. I wouldn't necessarily feel sick. I wouldn't feel the same. That speaks volumes. Why is that the difference? You know? The only problem with this is you have to know how to truly manage supercell. I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't end up still having attacks going to the ocean. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, you know what I'm saying? I had like 2 attacks going to the ocean, but it was so fucking worth it because of my awareness. Now, I also have we made it though. I also have a very different awareness from people. My intuition has been activated for like 7 years now. So it's very, very different. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very different. So, again, supercell, thalassemia, these things are not what we think they are at all. At all. They're actually gifts from the creator, our ancestors. They're gifts, dog. They're gifts. The Mayans, Aztecs, these niggas that was out in Spider-Man bike, can't make it up. These niggas that was out, they was in the sun. These niggas worship the sun. The sun will give you hella energy. Now, here's the thing. You have to understand the body has been in a state of like super crazy slumber. How much of this can I say? Because I feel like I'm saying that. Body's been in a state of super crazy slumber. So what happens is, all right, I'll just go into a story. When I was a kid and it was really, really hot, I used to feel so good. I could feel the energy of the sun and I could feel my body absorbing it. And it made me feel like I was invincible and I could run around and do whatever I want. The problem was, I grew up in Jersey. Jersey is basically cold for 9 months of the year. 9 months of the year, where this is the opposite. Here, it's hot/warm basically the whole year, right? If their winter ain't no fucking real winter, nigga. These niggas get snow flurries, right? I'm gonna repeat this. They get snow flurries down here and everything closes. Everything. In Jersey, nigga, we was going to school in 2 feet of snow. This is documented. There was nothing stopping school. It'd have to be so bad. It'd have to be like 3 feet, and then they would like, all right, let's cancel school. We was out there shoveling. Nigga. They'd be shoveling. You go to school at 10 a.m. It's snow flurry down here. They cancel everything, and it's rare for it to happen, right? Then I forgot what the story was about. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. I saw a woman. She had skin out. I got distracted. I'm not gonna lie. Women are distracted. Focus on your purpose, unless the Creator's saying that's the love of your life. Here's what I see. If you got a purpose, the Creator is gonna bring you the love of your life. You don't gotta go find her. I learned this the hard way. I intuitively know who the love of my life is. I know who she is. I could be bugging. I'm not bugging. I've been right about everything. I always end up being right, so I'm not questioning my genius anymore. I know who she is, but it was not time for me to go. This nigga was in a relationship and everything, and I was on my spiritual kind. Nigga, we're meant to be together and help save the world. And this nigga was like, I didn't even tell her that part. I just was trying to do some weird shit and get in her life so I could tell her these things, but again, that didn't work because I wasn't supposed to be doing it. The Creator will bring this person to you. Yes, you can speak on it. The example I have is Moses and Zipporah. That's the example I have. The Creator will bring you Zipporah when you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, and it's time for her to come along because you don't need to be operating together. The Creator will do that. The universe will do that. Earth will do that if that's what's meant for you. So don't even focus on them. They are distraction. Women very easily can have you tap into lust. I already learned that the hard way. Stay away from them, right? But at the same time, find women who spiritually resonate, right? Find women who spiritually resonate, and you will always learn something. You will always learn something, or something will always be added into your life. I swear to God. I swear to God. You gotta understand, women are probably like the God of Earth, right? Like, they're most likely that. Like, they're like the highest vibrational, being on the planet. It's just they're all beyond sleep. Their programming is so deep, it's fucking insane. Even when they wake up, they're still fucking retarded. I'm sorry I said it, but you know I have good intentions. It's not bad. Their programming was very deep. Women were programmed to be like modern day slaves. I'm not gonna hold you. But in learning a lot of things, we can help break them the fuck out of that shit. So, yeah. My entire life, I've always found myself around women. Another thing is being around women heals you. I will say that. So be around women that spiritually resonate. If they don't spiritually resonate, I'm telling you, they're gonna kill you. It's just how it is. So, is that all I need to talk about? I think I was saying the kid thing. Did I go into that? Yeah. I was saying like, see, it was important. It came back. So the month? Is it the month? What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Because it was so cold, my body had to break. It had to shake that ice off, boy. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just be ripping and running like that so I would get hurt. But because the sun is so consistent, mind you, and in Jersey, the sun don't come out because there's so much pollution. So much cloud is covering the sky. The sun is out right now. I'm looking at my dog right now. What's good, boy? What's good, son? Nigga, God, right? So, what was I saying? Oh, shit, it holler back. Oh, ain't no holler back. Right, so, what was I saying? So, the fuck was I saying? So the sun, right, my body, now that it's been in here consistently, bro, I don't be having attacks. Is my body as strong as I want it to be? No, it's because this isn't enough. It's not, that's how superpowered we are. It's still not enough. I'm in the sun and I'm this and the other. But there is something that is enough, and the earth is basically teaching it to me right now, which is fucking awesome. But I'm surprised I said that out loud, but we're gonna let it be. Yeah. So, is that it for now, or no? There's still more. I did have a really big down. This is why I didn't feel good. My body had a really, really big download, and I was ignoring that shit. Cause man, that shit had me feeling wild, but I'm acknowledging it now. So this must be last night. Can I get some food? Like, what time is it? It's a good thing I charged my phone before I got in the shower. I'm getting some food after this. I don't care. Like I'm really, really hungry. I'm not even hungry. I just feel like eating. All right, whatever. What was I at? Basketball. Basketball. The fuck does basketball have to do with anything? Basketball. Activity? What does basketball have to do with anything? Basketball? No. 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 What the fuck does basketball have to do with anything? Sport? Basketball? I don't get it. Basketball. Alright, where do you feel this? Huh. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Side note, this is a weird place to put this. If you're a parent and your children wants to play sports, do not let them play football. I can let you know that now. Don't let them play football. Football is designed to fuck people up. It's designed like this on purpose. I had an injury when I played football, and because once I started learning like this stuff that Earth is teaching me now, there was a time where I played football and this kid cracked the fuck out of me. Oh yeah, I can go into this. This kid cracked the fuck out of me in practice, right? Because I was the punter, ha 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 ha, right? I actually played a lot. They try this out at a lot of positions, and I'm gonna let you know this now. If you don't do things that resonate with you, you're gonna end up like experiencing stupid shit. When I played football, it was never how I wanted it to be. I wanted to be a running back because when I was young, one of my favorite players was Reggie Bush. I thought Reggie Bush was nasty, and I was good at juking people, so I saw a running back position, I figured out I'm gonna play running back. But because I had Supathalassemia, my dad was always like, you should not be playing football, but I got on his nerves until he said yes. When I played football, he did some stupid shit, and I'm no disrespect to any of this, but I'm being honest, it's my story. He put me around a lot of hood kids because he was like, oh, we need to get toughness in you, which I see what he was trying to do, but it was stupid. I was a very sensitive kid. He didn't understand why, whatever. And so I was very out of position. It never felt right to me. It was just like, it didn't resonate. When I was a kid, my best friend's name was Omar. And he was always the quarterback. And he was the best quarterback I ever had in my life because he was fucking smart. And what I mean by he was smart, he understood what the fuck I was saying to him. I used to say to him, nigga, I'm fast as shit. I'm one of the fastest niggas out here, and I have better hands than anybody. Nobody catches better than me, and we know that. Once I beat this nigga, once you see my speed, is when I get level to this nigga, you see me moving faster than him, throw that shit. I've already have him beat. Just launch the fucking ball. And he always put it in a place that was like, the defender had no way of catching up. He always put it right in my stride, and it was perfect. And I used to be like, this nigga was the greatest quarterback ever. When they had me at wide receiver, nigga, they had me leaping for the ball all the time. I'm like, yo, the quarterback sucks, right? I shouldn't be going through this. Like, it just never resonated. I want the number 7. They're like, well, you're not the quarterback, and, that's for the quarterback, and, I was outside of the box at a very young age. I was like, why the fuck does it matter? Who cares what position, like, you know what I'm saying? So none of it resonated, right? But going forward, I tried a bunch of positions. They basically had me as safety, wide out, kicker, and punter, right? So, I punted the ball. This nigga basically speared me, but I don't want to make that as an excuse. So, I got fucking popped. And my neck hurt from that shit so bad. When the earth started showing me what it was showing me, which was very healing, it showed me that trauma was still there. Keep your kids out of football. Right? Anyone with Supathalassemia is really not meant to be playing football. If you're gonna have them play sports, have them play soccer and basketball. That's what I would suggest. And the thing with basketball is, I don't even think basketball is that great of a sport, but people with Supathalassemia need to be active. Because I will tell you, a lot of my activities that I did as a kid kept my body a lot stronger than it really should have been. It's like a muscle memory thing. You get your body to operate on a certain level, it's like your body just doesn't forget it, and you can get back into it as long as you support the body properly. I don't know how to use the right words for that, but yeah. I would say basketball and soccer. Stay the fuck away from anything that's too contact, because the body can't handle it. Until we get society to operate on this level that's super high vibrational. That's what we naturally are. If you're naturally meant to operate high vibrationally, you're not operating high vibrationally, you're basically gonna be in some form of hell. That's what we're seeing. So yeah, I don't know why that mattered, but my thing is I've studied a lot of this, so I feel like I could really give a lot of parents and children information and info that could be helpful, because we didn't have any of that shit growing up. We were discovering the internet when we were growing up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of cheat codes and shit that I learned that just makes life easier. Like water, like ski pants. Ski pants are such a big cheat code, and it's the science behind it, right? So when in the winter, we like, oh, you know, thermals and da 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 da. But you wear a fucking jacket. You wear a jacket. Where's the jacket for your pants, dog? Right? Now, I want someone to create this. I'm gonna put this genius idea here because it's been in my mind. I don't know if I was ever gonna do it. I might not. I don't care. I like putting the ideas out there, whether I do them or not, because we're all gonna benefit from it. Someone needs to create, right? And I might do it. I'll help with designs, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Someone needs to create leg jackets, right? So a lot of back pain from supercell comes from weak ass legs. It's what the fuck it is. It comes from weak ass legs and weak ass hips. And now if you're somewhere that's cold in the winter, it's really gonna get you. Thermals isn't enough. You should be, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, make that shit flizzy, boy. Make that shit fly. Everybody gonna want ski pants and jacket, leg jackets. But that's what's needed. I didn't have that growing up. So a lot of times the winter or like spring, these times would get me. Spring was a big one. Spring would get me a lot because spring was an illusion. Spring was like it starts getting warm, but your body's still having the effects of winter. So you think, oh, I'm fine. No, you're not, bitch. Don't go out here doing a whole bunch of stupid shit. You're not. You will, you know what I'm saying? So leg jackets, super cheat code. Water, go to school yourself and be like, hey, my kid, but you gotta know Superself yourself, because you gotta be able to tell them. They don't know, and you don't rely on these fucking bitch ass doctors, no disrespect to them. You gotta know it in and out yourself, right? And you only gonna know that if you learn it from someone who has Supercell, or you gonna learn, you have to understand your child, like any other child, is in a state of learning and processing reality. So it takes time to understand a lot of shit about Supercell. That's one of the biggest problems with it. And this water is water as fuck. That's one of the biggest problems with it. You're spending so much time to process reality and what you're experiencing, you can't get the help because you don't know what to ask for. Nigga, they get unlimited water breaks, or they have a water bottle. Like I get the Owala, so I know I need at least 3 of them bitches a day, right? Unlimited breaks, they get water. They get snacks if they need it, have them on fruits and vegetables. You gotta sit down with your child and learn the healthy ways to cook vegetables. Don't be adding all this salt and unnecessary ass seasoning. If you're the child, you gotta understand the nutrients, dog. It's the nutrients that you need, but you gotta find what resonates. Keep it simple, start off simple. Plain vegetables and fruits with no seasons added. If anything, steam the shit, right? At most, but try and eat some of it raw, try and steam it. People used to be, oh, you need spinach. I'm actually allergic to spinach. And I was getting yelled at throughout my childhood because, oh, you don't want to eat. No, bitch, I'm actually allergic to spinach. My tongue is actually hurting. It still does this. When that happens, your body is saying you don't need this nutrient. You don't need it. It's not what you need. But what did I love when I got older? Cucumber, which is super amount of water. Kale, amazing. You got to sit down one by one if you have to. You got to build up your own little thing of go-to foods, snacks, fruits that are healthy. Stay away from salt, stay away from chips, stay away from cookies, stay away from crackers. All that shit is fucking poisonous. All of it. Dairy is poisonous too, but you know, everybody fuck with ice cream, right? So it's like, but for the most part, like you gotta do all of that shit. It's a deep thing, and that's part of life. You made a superpowered baby. You made a superpowered baby, so you gotta be a superpowered mom. It's that simple. Don't beat yourself up. You made a superpowered baby, that's a blessing, that's a gift from your ancestors. We gonna change the narrative on this shit. Fuck out of here. Fuck the fuck out of here, nigga. We changed the narrative on this shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody's talking about. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? One of my theories is, what if the cells are just reflecting what the body is absorbing, which is basically it's showing the state of the environment. So if you put it in an entirely different environment, the cells might do some whole other shit. If you get them to a state of regulation, they might do some whole other shit. I don't know yet. So, it's a lot of studying. So that's where I'm at with it. This shit is not a fucking, it's a fucking superpower that requires a lot of maintenance because of the way society is right now. And it goes deeper, but I'm not allowed to talk about it right now. Earth is basically guiding me and showing me what I do and don't need to speak on. So I deserve some food after this. All right, cool. I know exactly what I want to. I want some ramen and some sticky rice. Sticky rice. So, all right, that's it. This is why. My intuition, I have video of this too. My intuition was like, you need to get a 256 megabyte phone. Gigabyte phone. And I actually needed it. I made a 2-hour video. Yeah. Just riding around nature, boy. On my electric bike. I'm so happy I bought this shit, bro. My intuition was like, buy that shit. I never thought I was going to be out here doing this. I told you, I know how to escape hell. And if I know how to escape hell for me, and I'm intuitive, Pisces moon on a motherfucker, if you fuck with Zodiac, I don't really fuck with Zodiac no more, but, because everything is something, right? But whatever. Very intuitive. I master how to get out of hell, then I could show and teach and help others to fucking get the fuck out of hell, man. I feel good right now. Only thing I need right now is some food. Alright, I think that's it.